Hi there, Prayer Plant Girl here. So I have this set of plants that's sitting here waiting for me to plant it up for you because I'm really excited to see how this turns out. I'm going to be putting this in a pretty large pot out in my front yard that I purchased, was it for last summer or the summer before? Can't remember, but I really enjoyed having that accent plant in there. Most of my front yard is native plantings and rock. And this planter just gives that little bit of extra oomph to just, I don't know, just bring a little extra interest to the yard. I think I really like it. I like the pot and I like filling it with lots of color. So I found these plants, I actually what would it have been, like early to mid-May, and they've been sitting, waiting. Most of them are purchased, and most of them, like I said, I've been waiting here for like about 4 or 5 weeks now for me to plant them, and they really need to get in the ground. But I'm really excited about them, and I wanted to share this with you because I think this is going to turn into a really fun combination of plants. So let's have a look at them together, and then we'll go out front and I'll plant them up and we'll have a quick look out there. This is a gorgeous coleus called Inferno. This planter will be in full sun, and this coleus says part sun, but I think it's been sitting out in full sun for quite a while now, and it's been doing quite well. And I think it'll do all right as long as I keep it well watered and have lots of other plants around to keep the roots cool. And most coleus can handle full sun or even shade, so I think it'll be okay. But I just love this coloring on here. This gets 14 to 28 inches tall, and I don't know if you saw, where is it now? I noticed there's a little ladybug living in there, so I guess the ladybug's going to the front yard now. I think the spread is something like up to 36, like 2 to 3 feet, but it won't get that large in the pot, but it'll be a nice accent plant. I'll put it right in the middle of the pot because you'll see this pot from all angles. So that'll be our kind of our accent, our thriller in the middle. I think it'll be gorgeous. And then I'm a sucker for Calibrachoa. I just love it. And I found this super fun one at a garden center that I was shopping with a friend one day. I love the doubles. They're so pretty and give you so much interest in the color. This one is called Double Orange-tastic. New Double Orange-tastic. And this yellow one is called Orange Yellow. I don't know, it looks like lemon yellow to me. Calibrachoa are great kind of filler, spiller kind of plants. I think these two will work beautiful together and look great with that coleus, so I'm really excited to have them in the pot together. I have one of these euphorbia left, and I'm thinking about popping it in on the one side, and I think it would just give a nice airiness. So I'll put it kind of on the side where it's going to be seen the most, I think. We'll see when I get out there. I might change my mind, but I think I always like to have a little bit of white in a pot. I think it looks nice, and I think this would just add that little extra filler and airiness. And then I found this Lismickia. I'm not sure how you say that. It's like a creeping Jenny, but it's a completely different one than what I've normally seen. Usually they're kind of a chartreuse yellow color. This has a gorgeous red stem, and I think it gets red flowers. It'll be a great trailing plant. It'll only get 2 to 4 inches tall as it comes over and spills over the side of the plant, but I thought it'd be great. So I have a couple of these. So I'll grab a couple of these sweet potato vines. Now I have a tag in here because these were grown off of last year's. So this is the Margarita, and I just grew them off of a tuber that I managed to save from last year's sweet potato vines. So I thought I'd stick those in as well. So it's gonna be a really full pot. I think it can handle it for the size of it. It'll need to be kept well watered because of all the plants in it. All of these plants will enjoy that full sun area. Like I said, the coleus would prefer a bit more part sun, but I think it'll do okay in that space there. We'll find out, I guess, together. But I'm gonna take these up, plant them, and I'll let you know in the end how many of each plant I wound up using and give you a good look at it. So I'm really excited. I hope this turns out as well as I think it's going to. So let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on this combination of plants here. So I thought I'd give you a quick little kind of backed up view of this space. So I think you could see back there's a watering can, there's a pot, and my tray of plants is sitting there. And then my yard is landscaped with mostly rocks with a couple of flower beds of native plants popped in. Then I have some shrubs and trees, and a couple pathways through the middle area. So let's go over to that pot and get it potted up. So I did come through and fill this pot up with some potting mix and some slow release fertilizer. And I also put a little bit of water storing crystals in as well, just because this is such a hot area of my yard. So let's start with that coleus. So it's a little bit sunburned, but for the amount that it's been out front, I think it's going to be all right. For the amount that it's been out in the full sun, I think it'll be all right. And now we just have to see how many of those beautiful filler plants we can fit in around this coleus without making this pot too full. So I got it all planted up, and I wound up putting in the one coleus in the middle, of course, and the one euphorbia, right kind of front of where you come in from the front of the yard there. The two Lismickia, which I don't think I told you the actual variety name, they're Sunburst, this creeping jenny here. Hopefully it doesn't take off in my yard. Some creeping jennies tend to do that. And I'm thinking it should fill in a bit more being out here and being watered properly and fertilized. But either way, I think it's just gorgeous. I love the veining and the stem color of it. I put in one of the Ipomia, the Margarita Pomia that I had, and then I just put in one each of the Calibrachoa varieties. I'm really tempted to put more in and really pack this pot out, but I know these plants will fill in more, and in just a couple of weeks they're going to be a lot fuller. So I think I'm just going to leave it at this, and I can always come and add more plants, but you don't want to pack too many in and have the root balls too close together, and then you can't easily pull them out without damaging them. So, but I think this will be more than enough in the end. It's just that initial impact that I really like to have, but I know it'll come. So I'm really happy with this. I'm going to keep you updated on how it goes throughout the season, how this coleus does in this space here, because it will be hit with the hot sun. But I think even if it kind of takes a beating, these other plants will get full enough. The Calibrachoa and the Euphorbia and even the sweet potato vine will mound up a little bit. And I think it won't be a big deal if the coleus just can't take the heat in the sun here. But I thought it'd be fun to just try it and see how it does in this location. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. While we're out here, here's a little update on the front pots that I did a couple weeks ago in a video. They're looking really good, really filling out. I love the color combination. Yeah, I think this is great. Impatiens aren't blooming yet. The begonias are. It's gorgeous. Here's my other front pots. I don't know if I did a video on these, but there's Margarita sweet potato vine. There's a petunia. I have to look the name up. I grew these from seed. This is the Jade Princess Millet. I believe this is Candyman Orange Calendula. I might be wrong on that. This is a dahlia I grew from seed. This is Osteospermum Sunset Shades, maybe? It's looking really nice. The matching one is over on the other side of the garage. Look at that.